Number 3 pass rusher of all time, Lawrence Taylor.
Is he dropping? Is he coming? You look and you're like, he's coming, and you're just like, man.
Relentless explosiveness.
Sacks, pain.
You talk about devastating? Huh.
You knew Lawrence Taylor was going to kill that quarterback at one point in the football game.
LT, way to go!
He hit like he weighed 300 pounds.
The only word I could use is he's just awesome. He was awesome.
There's been not a more disruptive force, I think, in the history of defensive football than Lawrence Taylor.
Finest defensive football player I think ever played the game.
We never saw anyone like LT, and I don't think we ever will again.
The reason why LT was as great as he was, no one had ever had that kind of speed on that size of a body before. Most physically gifted linebacker of all time, it's not even close, Lawrence Taylor.
I played baseball, I played basketball, but nothing gave you a thrill or sent chills up your body or excitement through your head like football because of the contact. The contact was always the most important thing to me.
But we're going to talk about pass rushers. I mean, we got to start with Taylor, right? Don't we have to start? I mean, come on. You know, I mean, a psychopath. I'm sending the psychopath. Give me a choice between a rational man and a psychopath that I'll take the psychopath any day.
We go out there like a bunch of crazed dogs. I mean, that's Lawrence Taylor to me.
Hey, baby, let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs. Have some fun.
He was tough. He hated everybody. Tried to tear your head off when he got to you.
Quickness, strength, throwing guys to the ground.
Oh, Lawrence, the magician.
LT was manhandling you. I mean, he would just, you're in the way, he just picked you. I wouldn't want to get sacked by him, you know.
He would take him out physically and mentally.
Hey, Sully, man, I hope I never get back in there. I will kick your...
Guys would go into a shell when they played against him. He was a tough, physical guy and backed up his talk with his play.
I got to do better than this.
He changed the way the game was played on offense. They had to do something different.
You put the running back on him. Well, that wouldn't work. So then you move the fullback to running back position, put the bigger back on him. He couldn't block him. So then we'd put a tight end over on that side and rush and then go, to slow him down. Well, that didn't work. Then we started turning the tackle out and putting the running back up inside on the linebacker, and he'd beat the tackle. None of them worked real well.
Taylor is the greatest linebacker ever, but he's not our #1 pass rusher. The reason is not how tough he was, it's how he got many of his sacks.
When you talk about pass rushers, it's so unfair to compare how Lawrence Taylor got to the quarterback and as a pass rusher to a defensive lineman. I mean, Lawrence Taylor, sometimes he was never even touched because you just didn't know where he was coming from.
Taylor was allowed to stand up and rush against little guys, tailbacks. They had Lawrence Taylor matched up on the weakest pass blocker very often.
Taylor will always be #1 in terms of his spectacular playmaking talent, but because he was free to roam, LT comes in at #3 on the countdown.